The anticipation in the little mini bus on our way to Compassionate Hope, Tebow Village of Hope campus was so special. I just remember all of us, the whole team was just so excited. We have heard these kids' stories. You see, there was heartache and trauma and exploitation and awful, awful crimes that no child should ever have to face or deal with. But there is hope. In 2017, when I won Miss Universe, it was one of the greatest honors of my life. But you know what? I made a mistake. Because you see, I poured all my passion and all my purpose, all my confidence into something that did not last. You see, just as quickly as that crown was placed on my head, I equally as quickly handed it back when the time came to crown the next Miss Universe. In 1 Corinthians 9:25, Paul even warns us that we should not place our confidence, our life's purpose in perishable crowns, but that we should chase crowns that last forever. So that led me to wondering what those crowns are. What are those crowns that are everlasting? And I realized that those crowns are the things that are more than just me. To backtrack a couple of years, I survived a pretty horrific and traumatic carjack. However, I think one of the most dramatic parts of that story was me running up a big avenue, knocking on 30, 40, maybe even 50 car windows, yelling, asking for help, screaming for help. People's windows were open, they could hear me, but they chose not to listen. And eventually, this old little car swerved around all the other cars, and this young girl, she was 19 years old at the time, stopped, rolled down her little window, and she asked, "Are you okay? Can I help you?" That incident served as a major catalyst in my life to finding what I believe is my life's calling and one of my life's greatest purposes, learning about human trafficking. It led me to learning about online sexual exploitation of children, evil that I did not believe existed in the year 2017. A couple months ago, when I got to visit the Philippines, I was so fortunate to be able to visit the Compassionate Hope Tebow Village of Hope campus. Compassionate Hope is an organization that provides holistic healing, therapy, care to children that have been victims of child exploitation. Getting to visit the campus firsthand and seeing how countless lives have been impacted left me so inspired. But I realized that there is still so much more to be done. The statistics can be so absolutely overwhelming, and you think, well, how am I going to change so many lives? How am I going to impact so many children in need? But then you realize that they're not just a statistic. They are a young boy or a young girl with hopes and dreams, just like we all have. And that they're not a number, but they are a life worthy of fighting for. A life worthy of getting to live and dream and be children like children should be. And finally arriving at the campus, all the kids were so excited to meet us. Their family in the US, all the way on the other end of the world. We have all known of each other and about each other, but to get to meet for the first time face to face was so special. Every single child at that village is significant, is chosen, is a masterpiece, is one of one. And every single child at that village is royalty. They are a child of the one true King. I remember walking through the campus and just dreaming alongside our partners and getting to walk with them to where the expansion of the campus will take place. Right now, this doesn't look like much, but the space behind me is a space of hope. Because you see, this will be an area where the Compassionate Hope Tebow Village of Hope will be expanded to. We know that there is so much potential to be able to heal hearts, plant dreams, walk through restoration with these children, to be able to help shape beautiful futures that's filled with joy and light, not darkness and sadness. So I want to ask you today, please will you join us to fight back this evil, because we need you to be able to give these children a hope and a future. You see, together with your help, we can expand the existing Compassionate Hope Tebow Village of Hope by building 4 more homes that can house up to 80 children. That is 80 more lives that will have the ability to be safe, to be joyful, to be happy, to be able to dream, to be able to discover their God-given worth. But just like that young woman that was willing to lead me to safety, are you willing to say, yes, I will join this fight to fight back this dark, horrific evil?